everyone, today we're tackling 5 ways that you can optimize your video for uploading to YouTube, and we're starting right now. First things first, if we haven't met, my name is Shelly and I am here helping you make videos so you can share what you love with the world. And today we are tackling, like I said, 5 different ways that you can optimize your videos for uploading. So that is going to be tags, title, description, thumbnail, and extras. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it right now, starting with number 1. We are going to be talking about tags. So if you saw in the very first video, right, I was using a tool like TubeBuddy or Answer the Public to start finding and crafting searches that you would have for your video. So now you can take all of those searches that you had. So like in that video, there was how to bake a cake, if you haven't seen that, or how to bake a gluten-free cake. And we're going to start using them to use in our tags for our description box. So that means now it's going to be how to bake a gluten-free cake, gluten-free carrot cake, all of those things that we had that were semi-related. One other tag that I always like to make sure is in all of my videos is going to be my channel name. And so the reason you want to do that is you want the bots and the AI to start learning that that is your video and seeing your name more places. So people search in the search bar, Shelly Saves the Day. I want that tag in every single one of my videos. They know it's my video and maybe they start serving up some of those videos. So that's why I want that. So always I put my channel name as a channel tag. Now, one thing that you can do to help you with this is you can go into your upload defaults, and this is going to come into play a little bit later as well when you talk about description boxes. There's a lot of information that's always in all of your videos, such as social media handles and your FTC disclaimer and just all of your about section that you put in your video description box. What you can do is you can take all of those, dump them into a paragraph form or so, and then have them default every single time you upload, and already half of your work is already done. So how's that for efficiency, right? Love that. And then you can also upload default tags. So that means I always have Shelly Saves the Day as a default tag, and on like my beauty channel, for instance, I always have Shelly Slays the Day, or makeup for beginners, or whatever else it is that you want to put in there. You can put those default tags in your description, so make sure you do that. So coming back to the tags, another thing that you can do is if you found a really good search term, what you want to do is go find a video that's doing well on YouTube that's already ranking pretty well. Use a tool like TubeBuddy and you can see what tags that channel is using for that video as well as for their channel overall. So the idea is you can start to look at those and see, do any of these tags match kind of what my tag is? And I would take those and start putting them as tags in your video as well. You have 500 characters to fill in as many tags that are relevant, again, relevant to that video. So put as much of them in there as you can. Try to avoid the one-word tags because obviously you're not going to rank for something as big as like makeup or baking, but try to actually use up all the space there that you have. And then I do think it's a good idea occasionally you're going to come back and visit those and change them out in the future, and you can see how they're ranking, how they're doing. When your video is new, you are going to see a little extra boost right up front when it comes to your tags and everything, because Google and YouTube are rewarding a new piece of content to try and throw some traffic at it, see if anything is coming from those traffic hits, and then see if it should stay there. So it's not surprising if you see your video and you think, oh wow, I'm ranking for number 6 or 7 of something, and then 2 days later you're not ranking for it anymore. So it's very common. They'll give you a little extra boost in the beginning to see, hey, is this something that the people want to see? If you're not getting a lot of traction, and then they kind of drop you lower. Okay, so that's everything to do with the tags. The next one is your title. You want to take that title that's going to be specific, that already is like a long-term search phrase that's a answer to a question, right? From like Answer the Public that people are looking for. So you want to make sure you use that as your title. Make sure you have that in there, okay? So don't go ahead and just title something like Vlog 152 because no one is searching for Vlog 152, okay? Maybe that means something to you. It doesn't to YouTube and to Google, okay? So don't do that to yourself. Actually have a crafted title that fits. And when it comes to your titles, you're gonna start to see things like titles that have the number in them, like 5 reasons why you're not losing weight, or 3 things that you can do to boost your productivity. Things like that tend to do really well because they can actually answer someone's question, plus it provides a promise up front of what your video is going to be about, which can pique people's interest. So carefully crafting your title is so key. If you need help crafting your title, one of the best places to look, magazines, newspaper articles, they only have that little bit of headline, you know, and what's on the cover to grab your attention and see if it's something that's gets you enticed enough to pick up that magazine. So if you think about it, right, it's like ways to deal when you make more money than he does, or something like that, right? That just kind of gets you thinking and gets your, you know, creative mind going, like, where are they going with this? That's the kind of title that you want to craft, not vlog 152. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So we've got the tags, we've got the title, now we've got the description. Okay, so what we call above the fold, which means you have the first couple of lines before someone has to then click down into see more information in your description box. So this is where if you have something that you are selling, like an affiliate link to something, you want to show someone where to go for an external website or a video or your subscribe button, you want to have that in the first 2 or 3 lines of your description box, because otherwise everything below that, right, you're just not going to see it until you expand more. And a lot of people don't look in the see more section, so you really only have those first few lines. So if you think about it, craft what you want to say there and have it be enticing enough for people to want to click open the rest of it and read what else you have going on in your description box. So for instance, in my description box, I try to make sure what I really want you guys to get is that free video upload guide that I've already created, right? The how to find success in the eyes of YouTube. If you haven't gotten that yet, go to the link in the description box and go get that for yourself. It's free. I created it for you just so you have all of these steps that we're talking about to find more success on YouTube, hopefully. So if I say, I want you to go download this, and you see it as the first link and the first sentence in my description box, hopefully that will get more people to see it and be able to click on that link, right? So it's going to be the same thing though. If you have a product that you're pushing, an e-course that you're selling, something else that you want people to really look at, try and put it in those first couple of lines in the description box, right? Now in your description box, you are allowed to use, well, you can use as many hashtags as you want, I guess, technically, as long as they're relevant, but YouTube is going to give you a boost with the first 3 for visibility across the bottom of your bar. One thing to keep in mind, just a quick aside, if you have an address or something that's in your description box and you use, you know, the little hashtag or pound symbol for those who are older and remember that, if you're using a hashtag and then like a number afterwards, that is going to mess up your little top area that has the hashtag area, okay? So it's only gonna show the first 3, so also just keep in mind, and it can be anywhere in the description box, you don't have to put them at the beginning. Just keep in mind though that if you have an address with a pound symbol in it or a hashtag, it's going to mess up and treat it like a hashtag if it is, you know, higher up in the description box. So just something to keep in mind there. So with hashtags, try to make things that are relevant, again, to your channel. I would put your hashtag and your channel name, or your name if your channel name is named something else, and then maybe what the video is about, like YouTube success or Instagram hacks or something else like that, because people can click on hashtags and try to find videos that way as well. So make sure that you're doing yourself some favors and hashtagging correctly with what your video is truly about, or about you. The next item in the list in making sure that your videos are optimized for success is going to be all about your thumbnail. Thumbnails, like we just talked about in the last video, are so important that I made an entire separate video about that. And if you haven't seen that yet, I will link that video up here in the cards where I talk all about thumbnail design. But it is so important because it has to be an eye-catching thumbnail that gets people to stop scrolling or recognize your face and want to click into your video. So it's really important that you spend some time crafting your thumbnails the way that you want them to look, and they are eye-catching, engaging, exciting, but I don't want to spend forever on thumbnails because we literally just had an entire video about it. So next thing after that is going to be optimizing. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're utilizing the things that YouTube is providing for you, and that's going to be end cards, right? All of the things on the end cards where you can link a video. But do you know you can link a playlist, and it is better to have a playlist of your own videos. That way, when YouTube starts playing the videos, it just keeps playing yours and you're getting credit for all of that watch time. And that's what you want, is especially if you're a new channel with less than 1,000 subscribers and less than 4,000 hours of watch time, playlists can be a great way to build and boost your watch time, because the more people watch of your videos and they go farther into that playlist, YouTube is going to realize that they enjoy watching your videos and they're going to serve them up to your customer or your viewer more often as a recommended type of video. And then hopefully they will subscribe because they enjoy your content. So a really interesting thing to do is when you have your end card, instead of just linking one video, you can link the entire playlist. So I will, at the end of this video, link the entire playlist for the How to Find Success in the Eyes of YouTube, starting from video 1 all the way through now. So if you have a series, this is a really great idea for you, is to put all of those videos into a playlist and link that at the end of the video. And then your other one, if you want to have if you have 2 videos on the screen, you can have one that YouTube feels is best. Or if you provide circular content, right? Or if you say, hey, today's video is all about how to optimize your video. But if you didn't have a series yet, you could say, and if you really enjoyed this video, you're going to enjoy this video about creating thumbnails. And I'm going to link that up here. And you see what you did is you get people flowing from one video into the next, and it just is a natural succession. So the great thing is, at the end of this video, I can say, hey, if you want to start from the very beginning and catch up, if you missed any of the steps, you can check out this video right here, and there'll be an entire playlist. Or the next step in the series is going to be, X video, and to have that context, you really need to watch this video first, and I'm going to link this video up here. So it's very circular, and it gets people to keep watching your content. So it's really important, if you have videos that are either in the same style or type of area, that you start linking them to each other, because if someone just watched an entire 20-minute video about YouTube strategy, then maybe they're going to also want to watch another one about YouTube strategy. So if you have like content, link it up there so that people can go ahead and watch that as well. So not only end screens are great at the end of a video though, sometimes you want to direct people to something else in the middle of your video as well. So maybe it is a poll for a survey. And you can say, hey guys, go vote in the survey up here. The link is right here, and I want to hear what your feedback is on X, on which video I should do next, or something like that. It's a really great way that you can go through certain parts of your video and say like, hey, and if you didn't catch that video about how to make thumbnails, like I just did earlier, I can say, hey, go watch that video, and I'm going to put the link up here so you can watch it. Right? So it's a really good way that as people start to drop off in your video as well, so once you start looking at your analytics and you see that, as the drop off happens, maybe you want to actually put a video link or a survey or some sort of interactive content somewhere about the time where you're starting to see some of that drop off, and see if you can say, well, if people are abandoning ship here, maybe they'll go enjoy this video that's on a similar type of content. So start thinking about those things as well, because as you're going through your video, you can always then reference other videos that you've made and then be able to link to them, which is a really easy and organic way to get people to watch more of your content. And again, I cannot stress how much easier your life is going to be when you have things like your upload defaults already set up, because there's no way that I would want to sit there and type out everything in my description box every single darn time. So I have all of my upload defaults, I have my upload tags, and I'm going to be able to simply just put the new information that I want at the top of the video. So make sure you save yourself some time and craft what you want in that upload that's a default, and then you can just keep using it over and over again, and then just tweak what you need to, and you'll save so much more time. In the beginning, when I didn't do that, I had like a copy pasted thing that I had saved in a Word, because I hadn't realized that you can go to your defaults and set that up. There's a little rumor out there that I want to squash, is that you can get dinged for having a video that is scheduled to be published and then have it go live and it doesn't get treated the same. That's not true at all. You can totally upload a video and then you can schedule it, and if you haven't done that, it's a great way to do it when you're on vacation and you're doing your batch shooting. You upload your channel videos and then you schedule them out to go live at a certain date and time. It's fine. It's not going to hurt you in the algorithm. Don't worry about that. I don't know where that rumor started. It's not true. Go ahead and feel free to use the schedule and publish feature. So I hope that was super useful and helpful for you all. I tried to keep it as short and sweet as possible. If you haven't yet downloaded the free ebook on how to find success in the eyes of YouTube, please make sure that you do that. You want to make sure that you're subscribed to my email list, because I'm not saying what it is yet, but there's going to be a giveaway for the people, and only for the people on my email list, because that's how I know that you are serious about being a creator. So you don't want to miss that, and we're going to talk more about that in a future video. So I hope you come back and check out the next video in this series, which is going to be all about publicize. And this is everything that happens after you hit the publish button and your video has gone live to the world. What do you do then? You thought that the work was over? Oh no, it's just begun, because now you gotta publicize yourself. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you want to check out the series from the very beginning, I'm gonna link this playlist up here, and this video over here, this is whatever YouTube decides that it thinks is good for you. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next week. Bye! I don't even know what this was. Some sort of like kiss and wave goodbye at the same time. I was like, fly away bird. I look like a band conductor for an orchestra. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.